Another week of baseball is now over, and these 10 players have been absolutely crushing it. And because of that, their cards have been going up to the moon, as Elon Musk would say. So, in this video, I'm going to be going over their top cards that you should be taking a look at, how the market's reflecting to that, and if you should be buying or selling or holding onto these cards. About to jump on my computer, and let's get started on this video. All right, so two quick things real quick before I go over this video. If you're looking to learn more about sports cards, check out this free guide. So I built it, I wrote it up about sports card collecting and investing. So you can learn about different types of brands of sports cards, what is a graded card, very basic type stuff. So check this out. The link is down in the description down below, and educate yourself before you go out there and spend a couple $100 on cards. Also, I have a Discord server, the Breakout card server. We're about 300 members right now. So you can go down here, you can network with other collectors and investors, ask questions. And yeah, it's an awesome community. So make sure to join that as well. And link is down in the description. So the two tools I'm going to be using today is a website called Baseball Reference. You can take a look at the stats, any awards players have, ages and everything like that, and based off of free agency when they're going to be on the market. And then a tool called Market Movers. Now, Baseball Reference is 100% free. Market Movers is paid. But guys, I have a 20% discount code. So if you use the link down in the description and use code Breakout, you get 20% off Market Movers. So you don't have to pay the full price. But I like using this tool quite a bit because it shows me where the market is at with specific cards, and you'll see throughout the video. So let's go over these top 10 cards. And the first one I'll take a look at is Rafael Devers. And Devers hit, I think, 4 home runs in a row in a game. Or not in a game, but multiple games in a row. And you can take a look at his stats for the season. So right now, WAR-wise, he's not doing too well at 0.3, but he has 5 home runs and he has a 260 batting average. And he's done decent, right? With 5 home runs. Batting average is a little bit lower, but he's more of a power hitter anyways instead of contact. And yeah, the thing I like about Devers though is he's quite younger. So a lot of people are investing in Bobby Dalbec on the Red Sox, but Devers is younger than Dalbec and already has stats. So at the age of 24 already, which by the way, that's when a lot of rookies get called up, Devers already has 79 home runs. He already has 446 hits and already has almost 8 WAR. So he's already accumulated these stats before a player has even been called up right after getting out of college. And that's something I take a look at when I invest in players. So Devers, I'm liking as a hold. I wouldn't buy right now because the market's a little bit up. I'd wait for it to cool down, but he has promising stats. He's on track to possibly be a 500 home run hitter. If you look at some of his other years, he's had 21 home runs in 120 games at age of 21. And then 2019, the year before COVID, he had 32 home runs in 156 games at the age of 22. So the power is there. And look, he led the league in doubles as well. So the power is there as Devers develops, and he's still young. That's what I take a look at with younger players. So Devers, I really like. And over here in Market Movers, you can type in your player. All you have to do is go over here and players, do Rafael Devers. Whoops, right there. Set. So I'm going to just take a look at his normal 2018 Topps Baseball, the base version, and I'm going to do a PSA 10. And then you click search. And you see this card has been going up. So the 10 in January, some of them sold for $40. And now they're already selling for $60. So you're already looking at a 50% return if you bought in January. And you can do different dates on this tool as well. So you can go back a full year if you want, last 365 days, and search that as well. You can see the market last year is a little bit higher on Devers, and he's already off to a hot start. So I'd take a look at Devers. Personally, I think he's going to continue to go up. He's a good young player, and he's part of that 2018 class. So his rookie card's always going to be compared to that of like Acuna, Soto, and a few other players in that set. So Devers is that first pick. The second guy you want to take a look at is Jacob Degrom. Now, Jacob Degrom is kind of different with multiple players. He actually got called up really, really late in his career, but man, this guy is one of the best pitchers, a big what-if pitcher. So he actually got called up at the age of 26, which with investing wise, I usually recommend not to buy a player that doesn't get called up by the age of 22 or 23 because you want to accumulate stats over time. But Degrom proved me wrong. He's already won 2 Cy Young Awards. He got Rookie of the Year. He's a multiple-time All-Star. But if you look at these stats, a 0.45 ERA and 35 strikeouts with a .7 whip. Absolutely nasty. He's done extremely well so far. And I mean, if he keeps up a 0.5 ERA, he's going to run a third Cy Young. And no matter what he does, if he wins 3 Cy Youngs, he's going to make the Hall of Fame. He's just one of those players. But WAR-wise, he's already at 40. And usually you want to have a 65 WAR to make the Hall of Fame. And Degrom's going to pass that if he continues doing this throughout his career. So I really like that. Now, Degrom has the same rookie year as, what's his name? Mookie Betts. So his card prices also have a comparison with that. So if you over here, Jacob Degrom, and you can choose any of these. I'm just going to choose the Chrome update or the Topps update, base, PSA 10, search. And you can see how much this card is shot up. Earlier this year, it was at $200. Now you're looking at almost $500. So you're talking about more than doubling within the last 3 months for Jacob Degrom. Absolutely insane on that side of things. Next player who's had the best start so far to this year is Ronald Acuna. And for Degrom, I'd also say hold. I still think Degrom has a chance to go up. Personally, I don't like his card buying at $450 just because it's expensive. There's so many good pitchers throughout the game, and their rookie cards aren't even $450. Degrom has done extremely well, but I don't see him being part of that top 10 pitcher list like a Kershaw would or some of these other players. So we'll talk about that another day, but let's go over Ronald Acuna. So Ronald Acuna, he's age 23, so he fits that mold of a player that got called up really young. He already has 12 WAR, 88 home runs, batting average as 288. So he's done well, right? Home run wise, batting average wise, WAR wise. And the thing about Acuna is, if you already take a look at his stats so far from 2021, he's batting .433 and has 7 home runs. Now, that's not going to last. There's no way he's going to have over 400 at the end of the season. It's just way, way too hard. And the last 400 season was a very long time ago. And pitchers have gotten a lot better. Batters have as well, but it's just a completely different game. Home run wise, also, the totals are going to slow down. He's not going to stay up with this rate of production. But still, he's off to a great start in this year. And the card prices have reflected that. So if you take a look at Acuna, he has a bunch of cards over here, but his rookie's in 2018. And I'm looking at his bat up or bat down short print right now, because this is what people really liked last time Acuna went up. So earlier this year, this card was slightly under $2,400, and they're now selling for almost $4,100. It's spiked quite a bit the last week. So this card has been on fire. Something you want to take a look at with that. Personally, it is way too high in my opinion. There's so many great players out there. A lot of this is already predicting that he has an MVP season with this price point. I mean, it's literally doubled from 2,400 to almost 4,600 or 4,100 there. My bad. That was higher than that, but really, really expensive card right now for a short print. There's a lot of other ways that you can spend $4,000 and get a higher return. So I would not be buying. Personally, in my opinion, I'd be selling it this high. It's such an expensive card, but yeah, that Ronald Acuna is still a really good player. There's other, why I say that too is there's other Acuna cards you can get to have lower pop than this. I mean, the pop on the 10s alone is 461. I think there's like 1,500 of these graded and PSA, and you're not talking about SGC, you're not talking about Beckett, CSG, or even HGA. So the pop's high for a quote unquote short print card. So go after some of the other cards that are numbered that are going to go up higher over long term. They have a lot lower population than this card itself. Next player I want to take a look at on this list is Clayton Kershaw. We were talking about earlier about top 10 players of all time in their position. Kershaw is going to be one of those top 10 pitchers of all time. He already is in my books, but looking at Kershaw's stats this year, he's classic Kershaw, under a 2.4 ERA, getting a bunch of wins and a bunch of strikeouts, a whip under 1. And that's all you can ask for with Kershaw, man. If you look at all the stuff over here, he has MVP, Triple Crown, 5 ERA titles, 8 All-Stars, 3 Cy Youngs. In my opinion, he's been the best pitcher in the game in the last 20 years or so. And he's definitely in my top 10 list of pitchers of all time. If you look at his like stats for an average season, look at this, a 2.4 ERA, 241 strikeouts, and a 1 whip for an average 162 game season. Kershaw's insane. But he's going back to classic Kershaw. People were worried about 2-3 years ago about Kershaw going downhill. So his cards dipped because of that. But if you take a look at this over here, you can see that just it keeps going up. Earlier this year, it was under $800. Now you're looking at some of these have popped at $1,500. It dipped a little bit down to $1,200, but it's going back up to about $1,400. So again, one of those players that have been going way, way up. The pop on this is 900, so it's a little bit higher, but Kershaw is going to be one of your top 10 pitchers of all time. And I wouldn't be buying at this price because it's really, really high. But Kershaw, man, such a great pitcher. I would not be selling. Next guy I want to take a look at is Vlad Guro. So not senior, but junior. And Vlad's actually started off well this year. There's a lot of concerns last year after he gained weight and didn't perform as well. If you take a look at his 2019 or 2020 campaign, he had 9 home runs, which is decent for 60 games, right? If you did a full season, like 25 home runs or so. His batting average was low at 260. But looking already at 2022, what he's done so far, or 2021, what he's done so far, already 1.2 WAR, 4 home runs, and a 400 batting average. So this is what people were looking at when Vlad was the number one prospect. They thought he would have really, really good stats. Again, 400 batting average isn't going to stay all year, but Vlad's doing well. If you take a look at his rookie card as well, I'm going to take a look at his short print one, if they have that on there. So Vlad Jr., put that there. We're going to go to 2019 Topps Baseball. The missing card number as a 10. And you can see this card has gone from $200 all the way up to $230 already. And I think this is one of those cards that you can start selling pretty soon. You already got, what, 40 over 200. So you already got a 20% return based off of buying it earlier this year. I think it does have a little more room to go up, but Vlad's stats are going to correct themselves. And he's a good young player, don't get me wrong, but there's other ways to invest that money. So if you have a no numbered, I personally would say sell it right now. Does have more room to grow a little bit, but it can go down as well. If you take a look at the full year, we'll just take a look at this real quick. Has been going up, but this is like the high. And he was the number one prospect in the game. He was the Wander Franco. So Vlad off to a hot start, but his career numbers haven't been so well long term. So sell in my opinion. Next guy to take a look at is Ohtani. So Shohei Ohtani. And we're going to be taking a look at his 2018 Topps Baseball. So a ton of good rookies that year. We'll do his base rookie card. And that's a 10. And you can see this card has been absolutely exploding in price. A 10 off season was $20. Now you're already looking at $120 almost. So here's the deal. Ohtani's had a great start of the season. Batting wise, guys, you need to sell. Sell, sell, sell. Ohtani's been super injury prone, both pitching and hitting wise. Doesn't have any all-star game appearances. He's already almost 27 years old. He needs to have a Hall of Fame career over here alone if he's going to make it. Only has 7 WAR at the age of 27. It's going to be tough. You're talking about getting 8x on what you paid at the end of last year. Sell while you can, because that's going to go back down if he doesn't perform as well. He's performing good, don't get me wrong, but there's corrections that happen during the middle of the baseball season. He could get injured. Sell. Next guy we're going to take a look at is JD Martinez for the Boston Red Sox. Another one of these have spiked recently. And you can see in the offseason, this card was $20. Now it's shooting for $140. And JD Martinez, he's had a great career so far. If you take a look at his stats, 240 home runs, 25 WAR, 291 batting average. But guys, he's almost 34 years old. Sell. He's not going to make the Hall of Fame. He's not going to hit 500 home runs. He's not going to have 3,000 hits. He's not even halfway to 3,000 hits. And you'd have to have a second full career of what he's done already to hit those stats to make the Hall of Fame. Sell these cards right now. You paid under $40 for them, 20 here, right? Even over here, $60. You're literally getting double your money. Don't be greedy. Sell the JD Martinez cards. Next one is Glasnow. And Glasnow pitches for the Tampa Bay Rays. He has amazing stuff. We got him part of the Chris Archer trade. We have Chris Archer now too as well. But if you want to take a look at Chris Archer, or not Chris Archer, but Tyler Glasnow. They don't have a lot in this, but we're going to take a look at his 2017 Topps Chrome. And we'll go to the rookie auto. Oops, I have to do raw for this one. All right, so this card has been going way up. Glasnow has pitched amazing so far this year. You can see so far through his starts, 0.7 ERA, 1.4 WAR, a lot of strikeouts and whip. This is what a lot of people thought when Glasnow ended up going with the Rays originally before he got hurt. But you can see this card originally was $17. Now it's at $50. So you're literally 3xing your money with that. Now, I'm going to say sell on this one. Is it a possibility you can win a Cy Young at the end of the year and the card goes up more? Yes. But you have to look at it realistically. He has under 4 WAR. Career ERA is a 4.16. Career whip is 1.3. Unless he has a career like a Jacob Degrom, this card isn't going to get too much more expensive unless he wins that Cy Young. So you're really gambling on the Cy Young award at the end of the year. And the AL still has Shane Bieber and still has Garrett Cole. So is Glasnow going to outperform Bieber or Cole at the end of the season? It's possible. He's part of the Rays, but realistically, no. You're tripling your money if you're selling it now. Go ahead and sell it. Glasnow, great pitcher, but long-term ROI is not there. Last player, which I really like, and this is a guy I've invested quite a lot into, is Manny Machado. Now, so far this year, he's had 3 home runs, 260 batting average, so he's done all right, 0.7 WAR, but he's 28 years old and already has 41 WAR. To make the Hall of Fame, you have to have a 65 WAR on average, either like 3,000 hits or 500 home runs, and he's not even 30, which is your halfway point of your career. And he's already getting these stats. Like he's almost at 1,500 hits, which is good. He's almost at 250 home runs, which is really good. Machado's been crushing it, but also he's a 4-time All-Star, 2 Gold Gloves, Platinum Glove, and plays in the Padres, so he has a chance to win the World Series. But if you take a look at Machado cards, we'll do 2013 Topps Baseball. You can see that they've been going up quite a bit. You can see they're $130. And in my opinion, that's still a buy. I know it's gone up quite a bit since the off season, right? Some of these down here sold for $60. Some of them have been selling for $100. And you're getting good ROI. But guys, Machado is on track for a Hall of Fame career and more. By the time he's 30, he might have 50, 55 WAR. And he has potential to have over 100 WAR in his lifetime. On the Padres with Artie Tatis and a few other stars. They have a loaded farm system, so he has a chance to win multiple World Series titles. Has the stats, has Gold Gloves. He has things going for him. The only thing is the hobby hates him because he didn't run out on one play and he played dirty on the field. And long term, people aren't going to remember that. People look at stats, they look at data, and they look at awards. And Machado has the chance to do that. Would you rather go out there and buy a Machado card for $130 or do you rather have an Ohtani? They're about the same age. Machado has 41 WAR. Ohtani has 6. So I'd be going all over Machado cards right now. I still think they're really cheap compared to what they're at. Besides Trout and Betts, I think Machado's been like the third best player since around that, let's say, 2011 to 2013 range. Now, people are going to say Arenado as well. Arenado, just you guys know, is right behind Machado in my personal opinion. So these are 10 cards that have been going up quite a bit. I'm going to be back again next Sunday with another video just like this. Every week I pay attention to all different players because I play fantasy baseball. So I'll let you guys know what cards are going up, what cards you should buy, sell, or hold on to. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Again, use market movers here. Use code Breakout for 20% off. Baseball Reference, 100% free. If you want the guide, go to the website. I have the link down in the description. And also have this free Discord group. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in another video. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you in the next one.